everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maura and I'm a physical therapist and certified yoga teacher. Today I'll be sharing a gentle yoga practice for low back stiffness. As always, please make sure that it is safe for you to be practicing yoga and that you are utilizing props and variations to make poses comfortable in your body. You're always welcome to skip or substitute anything that does not work for you. Props are not required for this practice, but I always recommend having some blocks, a blanket, and a strap to pull into your practice at any time. I'll link what I'm using below in the description box, as well as some other helpful resources and injury prevention tips for yoga. So let's get started on our backs. And we'll start with a little bit of deep breathing, just to help set the tone for our gentle, relaxing practice. And you can choose to keep the knees bent if that feels better on your low back, or you may straighten them. It's really up to you. And placing your hands on your belly, we're just going to start taking some deep breathing, focusing on lengthening the exhales to tap into the relaxation response. Bringing your arms out to the sides, bring your knees together and gently allow them to drop over toward the right side. Gentle spinal twist. And gently, one at a time, bring them back up through center, maybe shifting your hips over slightly as you allow them to drop over to the left. And continue your deep breathing here, just warming up the spine. Inhale the legs up one at a time, and we're going to slowly press our way up through a seated position, coming into a child's pose. So any way you would like to comfortably get into this pose, maybe bringing the knees wide towards the edges of the mat, and then gently bring your head down to the mat. Gently lift your head and press up into a tabletop position, hands under shoulders and knees under hips, coming into some cat and cow to warm up the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, extending the spine and just lifting your head to where it's comfortable. And then exhale, round, tuck the chin and press away. And we'll go through a few rounds of that at your own pace, matching your movement to your breath. Let's do one more. And then meet back in tabletop. Extending the hands about a handprint forward. Tuck the toes and send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. If your hamstrings feel tight, go ahead and bend the knees deeply to elongate the spine. Otherwise, pedaling can feel comfortable here. So experiment and find out what feels good for you as you settle into downward dog. Bring your knees back down to the mat. We're going to take some low lunge here to open up the hips and the lower back. So I'm going to use blocks because I want to create a little bit more space so I can get deeper into the hips. Tightness in the hips can definitely cause stiffness in the lower back. So bring the right foot forward in between the hands, and then you might need to adjust the back knee slightly. Keep the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels good, and then sink the hips down. Let them feel heavy. Stretching that left leg into hip extension. If you'd like to take it a little bit further into a quad stretch, shift your weight back slightly until you can bend the knee and grab a hold of the foot, and then you can go ahead and translate forward again, but it can be kind of aggressive if you just go from that deep stretch into a quad stretch. Release the foot if you took that option. Bring the right leg back, and we're going to shift the weight into the left hand and the left knee. Extend the right leg out and reach up and over, sort of a baby wild thing here. Side body stretch. And look down, bring the hand back down, come back through tabletop. And we're coming into the second side. So if you like using your blocks, grab those blocks again. Bring the left foot forward and then sink the hips down. Continue deep breathing here. Continue focusing on the exhales. That helps you to get further into poses. Taps into that relaxation response. And if you'd like to take the quad stretch here, shift your weight back a little bit first and just make sure that you can get into the position. And then if you need more, you can go ahead and shift forward again. One side might feel very different than the other. Release that leg if you took the option. Bring the left leg back, and then coming into that baby wild thing on the other side, shifting the weight into the right hand and the right knee. Extend the left leg and reach that top arm up and over. Really stretch that side body here. Look down, plant your hands, plant your knees, and move your blocks out of the way. Press back up into downward facing dog. And continue taking any movements here that feel good. Lower yourself down to the mat, coming all the way down to your belly, coming into Sphinx pose, just some gentle extension in the spine. Elbows should be under shoulders, palms are just lightly flat on the floor, and the tops of the feet are lightly pressing into the floor as you extend and pull the heart forward. A lot of times we don't get enough extension because we sit a lot during the day. So making sure that you're incorporating that into your routine, if extension is safe for you, can really help to tackle low back stiffness. Coming down from Sphinx, make a pillow with your hands, bend the knees, and then you're just going to windshield wiper the feet back and forth, stretching out the low back. And release the feet back down. You can stay with Sphinx, or if you'd like, you can extend your hands near the top corners of your mat and press up into seal. Keep breathing in these extensions. And only go as far as your back wants to let you go comfortably. Exhale, release back down. Bring your hands to the mat, bend the knees, and windshield wiper again. Release the legs, and you can stay with any one of those variations, or if you'd like to come up a little bit higher into Cobra, place the hands under the shoulders, keep the tops of the feet on the mat, inhale, and using arm and back strength, press yourself up into Cobra as high as you can go comfortably, not causing any pain here. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. And we're just going to take 5 deep breaths, just facing the ground. And we're just going to take 5 deep breaths here in this prone position. Rest your head. When you're ready, gently lift your head, and you're going to press yourself up to a seated position. We're coming into deer pose. So we'll start with the left leg first. Bring the leg to a 90-degree angle in front of you, and then you're going to pull the back leg back and do a 90-degree angle with that as well. So now from here, I'm going to turn my body toward the front leg, and then I'm gonna come down onto my forearms. Gently press yourself up, and we're going to switch sides. So if you'd like to keep the heels on the floor and just switch your direction so that we have a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here. I'm going to move my blanket so I have something nice and padded to come down onto, and then I'm going to come down onto my elbows and forearms. 5 deep breaths here. Make your way back up. Untangle your hips, and we're going to make our way back down to our backs as we close out this practice today. Maybe bringing knees into chest or coming into happy baby. Grabbing the soles of the feet or the backs of the thighs, whatever's most accessible, but try to keep the hips down on the mat. And then release your feet. Extend all the way out, taking any last movements you need to be completely comfortable in shavasana, your final resting pose, as you release all effort today. Gently bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Take your time, finding any way comfortable. Back up into an easy seat. We'll take one last deep inhale and exhale, bringing arms overhead. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga for low back stiffness practice. If you like practices like this, be sure to check out my playlist that'll be popping up right here that's other body part specific themed practices. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content. It really does help my channel and help to support accessible yoga on the internet. See you next time.